following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
I got him!
So don't get cocky.
This is about what's going to happen.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Live.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, studies now show that smoking is good for you, and how this man cured hiccups forever, and a cheerleader hiding her newborn baby goes to court today, and sleeping with dinosaur hands can be dangerous. All this and much more will be discussed here on DeaconLive, and for the next 60 minutes or so, we'll get you up to date on viral news stories and social news media that you might have missed over the last several days, or we'll be talking about it here in the upcoming few. How are you? How are things going? Are you doing all right? Are you getting along with everyone? That's all we care about, that you're getting along with everyone and everyone's getting along with you. Now, right away, we're going to jump into this. This has not been a good year for CEOs. And when I say that, there was an incident that happened at a tennis match. I'm not sure where the tennis match is, but give me one sec while everything loads here. Don't forget, for every podcast we do, we have a matching video over on YouTube. And you can see us in real time as we're talking about this on the show. And when we're talking about a video, you can see it in real time as we are displaying it here on our screen. So this gentleman, tennis player, they're going to give the names and everything here in just one sec. Tennis players out there signing, the tennis balls for all the kids and stuff, which is nice to do. And, there's a bunch of kids up front, and there's a couple adults around them and stuff. And the tennis player is signing like big tennis balls and little tennis balls and stuff. And the tennis player takes his hat off that he was using in the match, and just kind of not really paying attention where he's handing it. He just kind of hands it up to the kid that he just signed this big, huge tennis ball. It's about the size of a soccer ball. And this gentleman, guy, full-size adult, grabs the hat out of his hand away from the kid. And the kid's probably 10 years old. And he goes, hey, you took that hat was for me. The guy takes it and sticks it in the bag and goes on about his day. Well, come to find out, he is a Polish millionaire. We don't give him the B word. He is a Polish millionaire CEO. So I'm going to switch over to camera 4, and we can see the actual incident, and then we're going to hear the news story of actually what happened and how this unfolded. So I'm going to switch over to camera 4. This is your time to jump over on YouTube right now. So here he is. This is tennis star. I don't know what the tennis star is. They'll say it here in a little bit, but here we go. This is a Polish millionaire CEO and businessman was exposed after grabbing the tennis star's hat that was being given to a child. So here we go. Play. Can we hit play? Here we go. There you go. You hear him screaming? Oh, man. We'll go back a little bit. He takes the hat, and his wife's next to him. The guy's wife, the billionaire's wife, is next to him, and she's filming it and smiling, and he sticks it in their little carry tote or whatever like that. Hey, he took my hat. Hey, that guy took my hat. Not even a flinch, nothing. And then that was it. It was just a small, little 20-second video of this Polish guy stealing a hat. So for more on the story, let's find out what actually happened. So here we go.
After facing backlash for stealing a hat from a child at the U.S. Open this week, and it wasn't to apologize.
So here's the incident. Boom, stole it.
Yikes. This happened after a match when tennis star Kamil Myszak was signing autographs after his win. He took off his hat to give to the boy, but that man snatches it away and takes off with it. After facing criticism online, the man responded by saying, quote, "If you were faster, you would have it," and threatened legal action for those criticizing him. But Myszak met up with the boy afterwards and gave him another hat to make up for it. I don't know what that man can do to make up for his actions. But, he's got to live with it.
Yeah.
So there you go. Fair, not fair. I'm going to say not fair. Not fair. And then I'm sure TikTok people out there will dox the guy, which means find out who he is, what company he works for, kind of like the guy, the CEO and his girlfriend at the Coldplay concert. So they're going to dox the guy. He's a CEO, Polish millionaire. Let's see if I can do it real quick. Polish millionaire. While we're sitting here talking, chatting with each other. I got a little bit of time here. Polish millionaire, CEO steals hat. So let's see, this top stories. The Polish CEO, God, there's so many consonants in this word, Szczerek, Szczerek, has finally apologized, and a necessary lesson in humanity. The Polish CEO, who was caught on camera snatching the hat right off of a child at the U.S. Open, admitted he made a serious mistake after the viral footage turned him in to an international village. Well, yeah, you thought you were going to get away with it, but someone had video of it. Petr Szczerek, the boss of paving stone company Drogbrook, says he believed the tennis star Kamil Maciejczak was signing the hat for him to give it to his sons when he appeared to grab the cap from the little boy. I would unequivocally apologize to the boy who was harmed, his family, as well as all of his fans, and the player himself. I made a serious mistake, is what he says. And there he is right there. That's the guy. God, he looks like a fucking douche. This was scary before. There he is. What a fucking douche that guy looks like. God, fucking, there you go. So there you go. He snatched the hat off a kid's before a kid could do it or whatever like that. So don't be an asshole, people. Don't be an asshole. When we come back, this couple was renovating their house, and they pulled up the carpet and found something miraculous, found something unbelievable. And they were living on top of it for so long, and it kind of scared them, too, at the same time. So we'll dive into that story as well. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. We'd love for you to be part of the show, and the way you can do that is to go over to Prophet Radio, proud sponsors of Deacon Live and all the other fine programming that comes out of the studio. Go over to prophetradio.com. That's PROPHET radio.com. At the top of the page says, be heard. Leave a message for Deacon Live. If you got a microphone on your device, wherever you're listening to us on or at, you can speak right into it. You can be anonymous if you want. Comes right to our inbox, and we will play it on the very next podcast. We broadcast every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a little town we like to call Marshville. So you can be part of the show. Jump on in right now. We'd love to hear from you. Speak your mind, speak your voice. Just speak into the microphone, and it comes right to our inbox. Now, what's hitting the news right now is this story of this Kentucky cheerleader who had a kid, and I don't know if it was dead or alive, but she hid it, and that's where she's getting in trouble. So taking over the news stories right now is a cheerleader admits to giving birth to a baby found wrapped in a towel inside of a plastic garbage bag in a closet, the cops say. So let's find out what's going on. Cops in Kentucky were startled to find a dead newborn wrapped in a plastic bag. The accused the infant's mother of being behind the grim discovery. The mother, a 21-year-old University of Kentucky cheerleader named Laken, L-A-K-E-N, Snelling, stands accused of abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. The Lexington Police Department was called around 10:30 a.m. Thursday about an unresponsive infant at the home of the 400 block of Park Avenue, just blocks away from the campus, where if you're going to paint on it, it'd be a canvas. They arrived at the home and was pronounced the infant dead at the scene. Local NBC affiliate obtained the arrest citation and said that the infant was located wrapped in a towel inside of a trash bag. After receiving the Miranda warnings, Snelling reportedly admitted giving birth to the child. She also reportedly admitted to concealing the birth by cleaning up any evidence, placing all cleaning items used inside the black trash bag, including the infant, who was wrapped in a towel. Cops found the trash bag in a closet, the citation reported as well. The coroner's office will determine the cause of the manner of the death. The cop has not said whether the baby was alive at birth. Snelling was arrested and being taken into the Fayette County Jail. It appears she has since bonded out since then. The University of Kentucky told the news outlet that Snelling was a member of the school's competition cheerleading team for the last 3 seasons, and referring further comments to the Lexington police. Her bio on the team's website says her hometown is in White Pines, Tennessee, about 185 miles away from Lexington. So let's see if they've got more on this story. Is there a video or anything? I thought I saw a video. Maybe not. Let's see. It was $100,000 bond is what she ended up pleading out with. So let's see. Does this have any info for us? We will find out.
Test of a lawyer's
Oh, here's a lawyer thing. So my question is, maybe it was a miscarriage, but when you're 21 years old and you're by yourself, even if you have a miscarriage, do you they always say like a toilet baby. I hate to say that, but sometimes that happens. Do you have to report that? I mean, you don't report being pregnant, right? But if you have a miscarriage, do you have to report that miscarriage? I'm not sure what the rules are on that. So let's find out a little bit more on this.
I'm Megan Mannering.
And I'm Larry Smith. The UK student athlete arrested for allegedly hiding the body of her baby appeared in Fayette County Court today.
21-year-old Laken Snelling is charged with several crimes in connection to the case, according to Lexington police. LEX 18's Drew Amman reports in tonight's Big Story at 6.
Big story.
Laken Snelling entering a courtroom Tuesday in downtown Lexington. Standing next to attorney Brandon Marshall, Snelling entered a plea of not guilty at a 1 p.m. arraignment. The 21-year-old was arrested by Lexington police, charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. According to an arrest citation, officers were called to her home last Wednesday after a dead newborn was found hidden in a closet. The citation says the infant was found wrapped in a towel inside.
So who called? If it was her home, who called saying that they found the kid? Was it the mom? Was it the cleaning lady? Who called, this in? If it was a family member like a mom, can you imagine the mom? Mom would have probably tried to protect her and say, we need to do this right. We need to do this, call the authorities and all that stuff. But who called? A friend of hers? I don't know.
Out of a black trash bag. Also, according to the citation, after being interviewed by officers, Snelling admitted to giving birth and to concealing the birth by cleaning any evidence, placing all cleaning items used inside of a black trash bag, including the infant, who was wrapped in a towel. After being arrested, she was in the Fayette County Detention Center until yesterday, posting a $100,000 bond, according to a court document.
Jesus!
Now on home incarceration with no ankle monitor, Snelling is on house arrest at her parents' home in Tennessee.
Just make sure you're abiding by those terms.
Snelling, a member of the UK stunt team the last 3 seasons, will now appear in court again September 26th. That court appearance will start at 8:30 a.m. Drew Amman at downtown Lexington.
Thanks, Drew. All right, so let's go back to me now. So I got a lot of questions. So if it was a miscarriage, if she was pregnant and she was like 3 months in and she had a miscarriage, I don't know. I've never had I've never been pregnant. My wife's never been pregnant. We haven't had a miscarriage or anything like that. But I know there's millions of people out there, females, of course, that have had miscarriage. How do you handle that? How do you? I know you're getting into the coping method, and there's a hard thing that you have to deal with that. But do you have to report it? Do you have to say, "Oh, I'm pregnant now. I'm not pregnant"? And, the baby just came out, as a whatever. I don't know the rules on that. So I'd love to hear your comments on it. You can comment on any of the videos that we post here. And you can also, your voice can be heard. Go to profitradio.com. At the top of the page says be heard. We'd love to hear your opinions on that. Now, this guy right here. Oh, my wife and I, we have one house left in Florida that we're selling. And, it's pretty much in tip-top condition. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's got a brand new roof on it. It's got a brand new AC unit. It's got a brand new water heater. The cabinets, the original honey oak cabinets that the contractors put in, but they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just dated. The countertops are laminated, Formica. The floor is a laminated, what do they call it? Wood grain looking floor panels, whatever on the floor. And I know that someone's going to have to dig that floor up and replace it because at the time, laminate flooring was a hot item. It was the brand new. It didn't rot, it didn't warp, it didn't do anything, but they're just a little old. And I'm sure they're going to rip it up. Now, I don't know what's underneath those floors, but this couple right here, when realtor Nikki Snyder began removing one of her rental properties, she didn't expect to uncover the chilling reminder of the past. Beneath the carpet, Snyder found plywood patch and a dark stains says that marked the spot where the previous homeowner had died and decomposed. Ugh, gross. She shared a discovery on TikTok July 17, 2025, where she's racked up over 3.5 million views. The floor had a piece of plywood inlaid where Snyder said the previous owner melted into the floor, and they cut him out, and she pointed out the 2 stains left behind to clean up the cleanup crew where the deceased man had been. His arm had been at the time of death as well. Snyder discovered the stain while renovating the rental property and replacing the carpet between the tenants. So let's see. Where's her video? We have to see the video. Let's switch over to camera 5 here. So here we go. Here's her video. Hold on, girl. I'll get you. Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's it. Play it again.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So you can see, of course, you pause the thing. It goes to another thing. So the floor was all wood, and there's a 4x8 sheet of like OSB that they put on the floor where the guy rotted out.
Oh my God. 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 Oh my God.
So the floor's all stained and stuff. So yeah, but do they have to release that? There's another question for you. Do they have to release that statement? Do they have to? Let me go back. Did I clue you guys in on that? Here we go. Let's look at it.
Oh my God.
There it is.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's gross. It's gross. So do they have to, by law, depending on the state, have to let you know if someone died in the house? Do they go, no one died in the house, wink, wink, have to give you a little signal or something. You're like, oh, okay, that's why it's so cheap. But this guy, I guess, was there so long that he melted in the floor and stained the wood, the substructure of the floor, and they cut the wood out and put a piece of plywood where he laid at one time, and there's a little bit of stain, little runoff on that. All right, when we come back, they said now, studies, we've been told for so long that smoking has been bad for you. Finally, a study in our favor. Not that I smoke or anything, but a study that smoking is good for you. And I'll tell you exactly what it's good for when we come back. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget, we are on Facebook, and the reason why you're going to go and follow us on Facebook is because all the articles and stuff that you see and hear here on the show, if you're not watching this on YouTube, we'll post them up on our Facebook page. And if you want to see more of what's going on behind the scenes and all the articles that we discussed during the show, you can see them over on our Facebook page. We'll post those up there. So make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you share us with all your friends, and a little thumbs up too would be nice as well. That's Deacon Live over on Facebook. Now, my dad's been living with us for about 3 years now, and he has got really, really bad knees. He's got literally like no cartilage left on his knees. It's bone on bone and bone on bone. And so he usually gets like a steroid shot in his knees, but he's going through an infusion with his cancer, not radiation. They're doing an infusion, so you can't have one or the other because one will cancel out the other or doesn't work. It's like useless. So he basically just kind of hobbles around the house. He's got a cane. He doesn't walk any great lengths of distance. And when he walks into the kitchen, we have like a little island, with the stove and everything on. He grabs that like he's in the shallow end of a pool and he can't swim type deal. So he kind of helps himself along the island, gets to the refrigerator, pours his 15th glass of tea for the day, and then goes back into his room. But what they're saying right now is your lazy boy that you sit in is actually going to kill you. It's going to put you right in the hospital. And when I say lazy boy, you know what the lazy boy chairs are. I mean, there's a couple of commercials out there, but this is for older people. It's harmless habits is the quickest way to end up in a nursing home when you're older, warns a physical therapist. The news is off the rocker, he says. Great. If you're wondering what's the quickest way to end up in a nursing home, I'll tell you what it is, and I see it every week. Physical therapist John Thompson, finally a regular name, who specializes in home health care. While you might be thinking the culprit is a bad fall, Thompson says the harm comes from seemingly innocent habits. And this is working on countless patients who hit a point where their families have no choice but to put them in a nursing home. Every single one of them has one thing in common. He cautions with the words, harmless now, nursing home later, floating above him in this video. And we'll play the video here in just 1 second. Johnson explained that there are few things more sinister than a sedentary lifestyle. Sitting will slowly destroy your legs and your health if that's what your life consists of when you retire. prolonging sitting has been linked to heart disease, diabetes, weight gain, depression, and even some cancers. In fact, a study of 8,000 adults find a direct link between extended sitting and increased risk of early death. Thompson's urged those on the edge of retirement to resist the siren call of the recliner. If you're retired or getting close, please don't fall into that trap, he says. Build a routine that keeps you moving. His advice echoes by that of other experts. Stephen Williams, a cardiologist, previously told the Post that being sedentary is just harmful to your health as smoking. Well, we'll find out the smoking part here in just one sec. Hold on, brother. I'll get you. So for more on this, let's see. This is the Fall Doc, DOC, and he's talking about, is he talking about falling? Let's see what he's talking about. And I'm going to switch over to camera 4 so you guys can see this on YouTube as well. So here we go. And turn his volume up.
As a home care physical therapist, working with countless patients who hit a point where their families have no choice but to put them in a nursing home. Every single one of them has this one thing in common.
I'm sorry, I can't get past the speech impediment. I'm sorry. I know that's bad of me. It's shallow. But at one point, the people can't get with it. It's like Mike Tyson.
They've been stuck in a recliner for years and now have legs so weak that they can't even get out of it. Sitting will slowly destroy your legs and your health if that's what your life consists of when you retire. So if you're retired or getting close, please don't fall into that trap. Build a routine that keeps you moving.
Well, thank you, the Fall Doctor. So the sedentary lifestyle is seen as the new smoking lifestyle. And this is that, and it's that bad, I guess, is what they're saying. But unfortunately, or fortunately, if you want to look at it this way, studies have shown that smoking is actually good for you. And let's take that with a grain of salt. Let's switch back to me now. So mouth to gut bacteria migration explains why smoking is good for you for inflamed bowels. All right, so you have to have inflamed bowels. Here we go. Researchers led by Hiroshio Okuno at the Renkin Center of Integral Medicine Medical Sciences in Japan has discovered why smoking tobacco helps people suffering from ulcerative colitis. The chronic disease type 5 by inflammation of the large intestines. Publishers in the Journal of Gut. Really, there's a magazine called Gut? Jesus Christ, it's true. The study shows that smoking procedures produces metabolites that encourages bacteria from the mouth to grow in the large intestines, where they trigger an immune response. These findings imply that protection against ulcerative colitis can be achieved through prebiotics like hydrocolon or probiotic therapy with bacteria such as streptococcus, thus eliminating the need to smoke and all the associated risks for other diseases. All right. Inflammatory bowel disease comes with two main variations: Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis. Jesus Christ, these words. I know, they're so difficult. Although both can cause chronic abdominal pains, diarrhea, fatigue, and other weight loss, their causes are the exact type and location of the inflammations differ. Along with these differences is a mystery that's puzzled doctors and the scientists for over 40 years. Smoking increased the risk of Crohn's disease, but somehow protects against ulcerative colitis. Someone's going to make fun of me out there. I know. I don't care. As both of these diseases are related to gut inflammation, which is a immune response. The gut immunity depends on part of the types of bacteria in the gut. Ono and his teams at the Renkin set up to investigate whether the differential effects of smoking on the disease can be explained by gut bacteria. So they're saying if you smoke, I guess the stuff goes down to your bowels and stuff and actually gives you good gut health for some reason. So there you go. If you got Crohn's disease, start smoking. If you got irritable bowel syndrome, I don't know if it helps there, but smoking as well. I know that some people will drink coffee and smoke a cigarette, and they've got to poop really, really bad. So maybe there's some science behind that. There's a reason why they made what's her name, Judy Garland, drink coffee all day long and smoke cigarettes on the set of the Wizard of Oz. They wanted her to stay skinny, so that basically did it. Curbed her appetite and made her crap her pants out for the most part. All right, when we come back, do you sleep with dinosaur hands? Well, you could end up on the disabled list if you do, so stick around. We'll dive into that story when we come back. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. You want something for free? Well, we'll give you something for free, but what you got to do to get it is go over to Prophet Radio. Proud sponsors of Deacon Live and all the other fine programming that comes out of the studio. Go to prophetradio.com. At the top of the page says free swag. You see a little drop-down menu there, and you can pick something out, and they'll send it out to you if you live in the 48 states here. If you live overseas, sorry, we can't send it over there anymore. I know, the tariffs are too high for us to send a sticker or a magnet overseas. So, but we still love you no matter what, no matter where you're listening to us on or at. And if you're listening to us on iHeartRadio, do us a favor. At the top of the screen, if you're listening on the iHeartRadio app that says presets, make us number one. Just hit there number one, and you don't have to search for us every time you're looking for the podcast. Just hit Deacon Live right there on top. Hit that, and you can continue all the stories. We've been doing this for almost 11 years now, actually over 11 years now, and we've got over 500 and some odd different episodes up there. You can hear all the past people that have been on the show and all the different articles and stuff we've been talking about over the last 11 years. So check us out, get caught up, and add us to your playlist. Now, I love bacon. My wife likes bacon extra, extra crispy. I like mine with a little chew to it. I like my bacon to have just on the end, the fatty part. I just like it barely like crisp up. The regular meat part, if you're looking at streaky bacon, you want the meat part to be crispy, but I want the fat part to be a little chewy. That might change some people's minds out there. Unusually cooking habit has led to breakfast lovers developing pork worms in the brain. Oh, God, here we go. Doctors were initially baffled by a man's condition, wondering how he could have contracted the rare parasite until he admitted this unusual dietary habit. People have been cautioned to ensure that their bacon is thoroughly cooked after a breakfast enthusiast, I'll get it out here, who consumed some that was undercooked and ended up with pork worms in his brains. A 52-year-old man sought medical attention after weeks of headaches intensified and is experiencing severe pain across the back of his head. The scan revealed multiple cyst-like lesions scattered throughout his brain. Great. Additional testing confirmed that he was infected with a tapeworm commonly found in pigs. The worm's larva had invaded his brain, where they embedded within the cyst inside the tissue. Everyone's throwing all their bacon out the window right now. The patient was admitted to the hospital in the U.S., where he spent several weeks in intensive care receiving anti-parasite and anti-inflammatory drugs. When he was discharged after his condition improved, though he continued to be monitored as an outpatient. The doctor wrote in the American Journal of Case Reports, the patient was successful treating with regression of lesions and improvement of headaches. However, they were puzzled about how he contracted the infection. Previously, similar infections occurred in patients who have traveled to remote parts of South Africa, Africa, and Asia, where they had inadvertently come into contact with pig poop. Oh my God, is this on my hotel room? The man was only on a recent trip on a cruise to the Bahamas 2 years earlier, where he unlikely became infected. When questioned further by the medics, he admitted to the habit of eating lightly cooked, non-crispy bacon for most of his life. Based on this dietary pattern, physicians determined that this lifelong preference of soft bacon may have caused, God, that's so gross, soft bacon may have caused him to consume undercooked, resulting in Tananiasis, the intestinal version of the tapeworm infection, which then spread to his head. Medical authorities recommended heating pork to a minimum of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, although it can be challenging to monitor the temperature of bacon due to its thin profile. However, if you prepare it until crispy, you should achieve the safe temperature according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Medical professionals stated undercooked pork consumption is the theoretically the risk factor. In historical, very unusual to encounter infected pork in the United States, but our case may have been public health implications, according to the website and Food Republic. To ensure that completely cooked with chard, let it rest at room temperature for approximately 15 minutes before you cook it. All right, cold bacon fat does not render as fast as stop moving around. As fast as meat surrounding it. It takes to crisp up. Okay, got it. Depending on when you decide to take your meat out of the pan, hey, old ladies, this could cause you either to char or gummy sections that will not be delicious anymore. So be careful out there. If you're cooking bacon, make sure you cook it all the way through. Or just don't eat it like every day like this guy was doing. Now, this woman right here says her husband became disabled because he was sleeping with quote-unquote dinosaur hands. This is your sign not to sleep like this. A Kentucky woman, not the same one, this is another Kentucky woman, warns others about the dangers of unusual sleeping position. Her PSA comes after her husband developed a serious nerve injury from it. Most of us don't think twice about it. The way we fall asleep, curled up on our sides, arm under a pillow, and sprawled out on the couch, sleeping positions can feel harmless, even comforting. But doctors say the way we position our bodies at night can sometimes carry risks, especially for nerves or blood vessels are compressed for hours at a time. In this 2-part viral video with more than 400,000 views, and we'll get to that here in just one sec, content creator Malika shares how a sleep position led her husband to a disability diagnosis. In the video, Michaela, sorry, I don't what did I say, Malika before? Michaela, she switched her name. Shows how her husband fell asleep on the couch with his hands tucked under his head, the position that she has nicknamed Dinosaur Hands. This kind of move you do if you were sleeping in a chair trying to support your head. While the hand placement may look harmless, doctor told the couple it left him with radical nerve palsy, sometimes referred to as Saturday night palsy. God almighty. When he woke up, he thought his arms were asleep, but then he couldn't move his hand, couldn't move his fingers. His hand was stuck. He could move his thumb side to side, but he couldn't open or shut his hands. At first, the doctor feared that the husband might have suffered a stroke, but after further testing, they determined that this radical nerve, his radial nerve, sorry, not the radical nerve. Well, it could be radical, which runs from the upper arm to the hand, was damaged by prolonged pressure of sleeping with his arms being pinned. The injury left him unable to feel parts of his arms and hand all the way up to his elbow. This is your sign not to sleep this way. All right, let's see. Where's her video at? Here she is, right here. All right, hold on, girl. I'll get you. So I'm going to switch over to camera 4. Don't forget, for every podcast, we do have a matching video as well. You can also follow us over on TikTok. That's B Podcast Famous over on TikTok, and you see all the little short-length videos and stuff that we have, and this will be one of them as well. So here I go. Switch to camera 4, and this is from Michaela Hammonds, and this is your sign not to sleep this way. So here we go. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, music. Okay, so there's music. So that's it? So it looks like you can't pause on it because it just doesn't do it. So I'm going to show you here on the video. So it's, oh, fuck, I opened up a thing by accident. It's almost like, you know how if you're sitting on a, get this out of the way here, hold on. Go away. So you ever like put your head on your chin in your hand? You know, when you're sitting on the table, or you know, on the table, you just put your chin in the palm of your hand. If you're laying in a chair, take the back of your hand and fold it over and put it on your cheek and hold your head up while you're sleeping or while you're watching TV. Yeah, like that right there. And you're basically bending your wrists at a 90-degree angle in your head, the weight of your fat head. it's pushing down on your wrist. And if you sleep like that for hours, you'll damage it. And that's dinosaur hands. I was thinking like when you're sleeping in bed, you curl your hands up underneath you, but I guess that's not the case that this is. You sleep with your head laying down on the side of on the top of your fingers and pushing your thing in there. So be careful, all your dinosaur hands out there. All right, when we come back, where's this person's Nobel Peace Prize for discovering how to cure hiccups permanently? Not permanently, but when they happen. We'll get into his story and what his complaint is right now. So stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Welcome back to Deacon Live. Don't forget, you can always email me if you don't want to go on the air. That's fine. You can email me at any time at deacon@prophetradio.com. You can ask me any question, and I'll answer them. I'll answer them on the air. I'll answer you through an email. But make sure if you're here in the United States, you put a physical return address, and I will mail you out some stickers from the show. So you can ask us anything you want. Just email me at any time, deacon@prophetradio, and I will answer you back. Now, this gentleman right here is looking for his Nobel Prize. Scientists are shocked to learn that humanity has finally found a cure for hiccups. Works instantly each time and every time. A neuroscientist shares a cool new tool that helps 92% of people fix their hiccups almost instantly, sparking discussion about this discovery. So wait, there's a cure for hiccups now, I guess. In the video, with over 519,000 views, TikToker and neuroscientist Kareem Clark, PhD, says that he was shocked to discover we have a cure for hiccups as a society. He says that he found out about this development when he was researching for a video on different ways to cure hiccups. The first Google result was the cure for hiccups, he claims. Why is this not bigger news? Hiccups are involuntary contractions of the diaphragm muscle, which forces air to be sucked into the lungs, according to the Mayo Clinic. While hiccups usually resolve on their own, some people may experience longer episodes that can be painful and embarrassing. He says he was disappointed because the gadget he found online wasn't a cool inhaler or high-tech. Instead, he shows a Hickleway straw. It's a Hickleway straw. Hold on. I'll get to you here in just one sec. It's a freaking straw that you suck through, and it resets your diaphragm. Supposedly, he says, the Hickleway straw, which was featured on Shark Tank, creates pressure when the user sips water through it. It also stimulates the vagus on the pharyngeal nerve, fancy words, which controls the throat and the diaphragm. Hickleway retails for $16.95 for a single straw. At first, Clark says he was skeptical about it. Was surprised that a 2021 study found this device worked 92% of the time. Where's the Nobel Prize, he asked. The comments on Clark videos of viewers who with hiccups frequently react to the discovery. Dude, that dude had hiccups for 68 straight years, lived in the wrong times, man. So people are commenting on it. So let's see what he has to say about his hiccup thing. Kareem Clark. His name's Kareem, K-R-E-E-M, Clark, but he looks as white as you and me. Well, at least me. I don't know what you look like out there. So I'm going to switch over to camera 4 and let's see what he actually has to say about this hiccup straw. So here we go.
Cured hiccups, like as a society? I'm a scientist. I have a PhD. I was about to make a cute little video about the best ways to beat hiccups according to science, but the first Google result was the cure for hiccups. Why is this not bigger news? And I'm so disappointed because it's not some cool inhaler or high-tech gadget. It's a straw. It's a freaking straw you suck through and it resets your diaphragm, supposedly. And then I was like, surely that's bullshit, right? Like some ShamWow garbage. No, they did a whole study for it. It has a 92% success rate. Where's the Nobel Prize?
Who are these people? So, I mean, then there's some truth to the matter as far as the straw, I guess, helps you reset your diaphragm, where they say hold your breath. Hold your breath. And the way I always thought about, if you have hiccups, if you hold your breath, you're stretching that diaphragm. Like if you got a cramp in your leg, what do? You want to massage that muscle. You want to, rub it in, oh my God, that hurts. And you rub. Okay, now the cramp's gone. Your diaphragm is basically cramping and causing these hiccups. They also say drink water. What do you do when you drink water? You hold your breath. So I guess doing the straw, it's not just a normal straw. It's got like 2 chambers or something in it. So I guess it's hard to drink water out of the straw. I don't know the complexity of it. But this straw, I guess, if you've got bad hiccups, you need to keep the straw around. And there was a television show many years ago. I don't know, for whatever reason, this stuck with me because I was freaking out. There was a TV show called House. And House, he does these... He's like this genius doctor, and he's at this hospital of like disease and medicine and stuff, and he's always coming out with all these different, I've got a cut on my finger. It's just a cut on your finger. No, it's some kind of weird, rare disease or whatever. This one episode, the kid comes in, and he's got hiccups, and he's had hiccup for like 3 days. And his girlfriend's like, it's kind of funny at first, but now it's getting annoying, and, this is like week number 3, he has hiccups. So... House being the main character, tried to scare him. No, he did all that stuff. I mean, it's a serious show. It's lighthearted in some spots. But then he comes back and he goes, well, Junior, Tommy, unfortunately, I've got good news and bad news. Good news is I found a cure for your hiccups. Bad news is you have AIDS. And he's like, well, what do you mean I have AIDS? He goes, well, your immune system has been... Listen to me. Your immune system has been compromised, and the disease that's in your body, which is very, very rare, a normal human would not get this bacterial growth on the diaphragm because, a normal immune system, your immune system has been compromised, so you have AIDS, and this bacteria is affecting your diaphragm. So, unfortunately, you're going to die, but the hiccups will go away eventually, once you're dead. For whatever reason, that episode stuck in my head. So every time I have hiccups, I'm like, oh, great, I got AIDS. I got AIDS. I got hiccups. Any more than an hour, I'm like, oh, I got AIDS. This was back in the day, though. Not now. I don't think about it now, but that one episode stuck with me. Now, this is going to stick with you for the rest of the day. This woman right here identifies as a Pomeranian. We've had people on the show that has been, they identify as a dog, and they have this like $15,000 dog outfit, and they literally look like a dog, like the face, the hands. There's no getting around it. This thing is like a very, very well designed costume that this person plays as I think it's like a German Shepherd or something like that. And it looks like that. This woman right here, she identifies as a Pomeranian, explains her relationship with her quote-unquote handler who walks her. Her name, she goes by the name Milk, M-I-L-K, revealed all on identifying as a dog and how it affects her life. And a recent guest on This Morning left viewers dumbfounded after she claimed that she identified as a dog. No, really, she does. The young woman, known as by her moniker Milk, shared that she feels like a Pomeranian, even showing off her dog collars. She spoke to the host, Cat, really Cat, I identify as a dog, Cat Delay, and Ben Shepherd, speaking more about how she lives as a puppy while she's on the show. All right, so I guess the show. Milk made her appearances through a video call while she sat with her father, Mike, as the pair phoned in from Pennsylvania, USA. She revealed this unorthodox lifestyle stems from a childhood obsession with the cutest dogs in the world. And the canine lover has no regrets about choosing to live this way. Apparently, she made the switch about a year ago after the lifestyle came up on her TikTok feed. TikTok's killing you out there, one kid at a time. That's all right, natural selection. After falling in love instantly, she added, because I'm so short, what is she saying? Because I'm so short, it kind of just works. Oh, okay. People need to be less sensitive. Since it's just about me, it shouldn't be a problem for anyone else. It's just how someone wants to have a good time, have fun, and dress up, is what she's saying. While Milk's dad is her biggest supporter. All right, I got questions for you, Dad. He pointed out, my wife, on the other hand, is not really okay with this stuff. Yeah, she's a smart one of the three of you. We love our daughter. If she wants to be like this for the rest of her life, that's really her choice. Jesus Christ. The father admitted while his daughter was always a bit different, acting like a dog was a move that took some getting used to. Though he says, this is who she is now. Mental health is what I want to say. There is some kind of mental disorder that you have. Milk opened up about her dog toys and the close relationship she has with Star, her handler, who also takes her for walks. The pair met at a rave, because that's where people meet like that. As the American explained, it's a very platonic thing, and I have other friends who want to see me in this way as well. All right. Oh, Jesus. It's just someone who wants to take care of me as a dog girl, too. I do tricks like sit, play with my toys, and I love tug of war and walking. Milk was asked by Shepard about the nature of her relationship with Star. She insisted it's completely platonic, while Mike claimed that the people don't have issues with her wanting to be a dog. Well, they usually want to know what she does. When she says I'm an influencer, they understand. Mike says that people focus on themselves a lot when they're asking about parenting a child like Milk, saying they just want them to be certain. They just want them to be a certain way. They've always wanted to be them to be, Jesus Christ, and what they have planned in their head. So, is there a video? Please tell me there's a video or something. So I'm looking at her picture here, and I'm gonna switch over to camera 4. She does not look like a dog. Not like the other guy who's the German Shepherd. She literally has just dog ears on her head. She's dyed her hair. She's a black girl or dark skin girl. She's got a collar on, like a dog collar, but it's human size. She has half of her hair bleached, but it's, when you bleach it, kind of shitty. It's brown. Like if you have dark black hair, it's kind of like that caramel color. She doesn't look like a dog at all. She's an influencer, and she is on TikTok. I want to see her TikTok video. Where's her video at?
When did you first identify with this dog energy?
Dog energy is also related to kimono mimis, which is a person who likes to wear ears and tail as an aesthetic. I personally started identifying a year ago, actually. It came across my TikTok feed and I fell in love instantly.
And so why did you choose to be a Pomeranian? What was it about that breed?
Okay, so it's a funny story. When I was little, I remember being obsessed with like the cutest dog in the world. I used to have like the calendars and see them all around in the mall and everything. And I was like, wait, Pomeranians are so cute. And since I'm short, it kind of just works.
Mike, what was your reaction to your daughter wanting to become Milk?
Well, she's always been different, I want to say. Since she was many years ago. She was always acting like a dog, so we thought it was like a fad at the time. But over time, we started learning, okay, she really likes doing this stuff. It's not just something she just wants to dress up and be, but this is who she wants to be. And it took us a little bit to get used to it, but this is what she is.
The dad insists that the parents have to let their kids live their life as long as they're not bothering anyone. She says that her favorite toy is Larry the Dragon, who has the biggest squeak, though the Pomeranian also broke her bone from chewing on it too much. All right. When it comes to accessories, I have 3 different tails. I have a husky tail, a pom-pom tail, and a hyper motion tail that wags. Those are butt plugs, dear. The audience, pay attention. Those are butt plugs. When it comes to colors, the wannabe dog even has a selection of pink or white. So tell me. Oh, let's see. Oh, here's a little bit more. Is this her? No, this is no. So tell me, do you think this is a mental health thing? Because I do. I'm sorry. If you think you are a dog and you want to be, let's go back to me now. If you want to be treated like a dog, I don't know what that means, but I can understand you're an influencer, right? When you're 20, you don't know what to be. I guess what I'm going to be a dog. You're 25 years old. Okay, it's getting a little old. Milk's getting a little sour. You're 30 years old, maybe you can cut it a little bit long. When you're 40 and 50, what are you going to do? Are you still going to be a dog? I mean, dogs only last, 11, 15 years? Pomeranians, 15 years? So let's say you're 20, you're going to do it all the way up to you're 35, and then are you going to kill the pooch? Are you going to do something else? Are you going to become a, another animal? What is your social life like? What is your relationship life like? Are you going to have a family? Are you going to fall in love? Are you going to, go to school? All these questions. You just can't be a Pomeranian dog. Now, granted, if you're getting likes and whatever on TikTok and stuff, fine, that's great. But it only lasts so long. I think someone said beauty only lasts so long. And if you're a dog, Pomeranians only last so long. So there you go. We'd love for you to tell us what you think as well. If you've enjoyed the show, guys, make sure you follow us over on TikTok. That's B Podcast Famous. You can email me at any time at deacon@profitradio.com. Make sure you follow us over on YouTube at DeaconLive and follow us over on Facebook as well. All right, guys, I'm going to let you get back to doing what you got to do. My name is the Deacon saying goodnight and goodnight.
Wait. Come back.
This is the end. The absolute end.
Écoute-moi.
Their mind is not balanced.